Alright, good morning everybody. I'm Aaron Heiser, Maker's Leather Supply, and today we're going to do a 2-minute tooltip video on these little alcohol lamps and edge creasers. I just recently put out a video asking people, hey, what do y'all want to see? What kind of tooltips can I give you? And this was one of them, so here we go. I do have a very fancy creasing machine. See it right here, I've got every attachment you can imagine for it, all this craziness, and honestly I haven't played with it near as much as what I'm about to show you. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is an amazing machine. I love that thing, but I don't have the experience with it that I do with these other tools. So we're gonna come down to the bench here. A little bit of zoomy zoom. So this is an alcohol lamp. If you remember high school, you had a Bunsen burner in chemistry class maybe. And same thing, just doesn't come out of a jet, okay? You fill it with just regular old denatured alcohol. You can get it at the hardware store. I mean, I get this at Home Depot when I need it. I don't fill it up very much. I mean, this is max, like I just filled this one up before this video. For a few reasons. One, if I don't use this for a long time, it will slowly evaporate. Two, if something happened that I knocked this over, I would rather only have a little bit of alcohol on fire than a whole lot of alcohol on fire. Make sense? It definitely makes sense to me. I don't have enough insurance probably for a whole lot of alcohol. So, that being said, I only fill it up a little bit. You have to, when you get it, you get a brand new wick with it and everything. We do have these on our website. I guess I could have said that. But anyway, you get a brand new wick with it. You stick the wick up through this top part here, set it in there, and then it's going to take a minute for all the alcohol to soak up into the wick. Okay, so you can't just instantly light it. You got to let that stuff soak up. When it is lit, you don't ever pull this out because the fumes and whatever else, like, you can have a serious problem. That being said, it's very safe to use. It's not a problem. It's nothing scary about it. Don't get me wrong. I was nervous the first time I used it, but that was just me and my nerves. You know, that nervousness wasn't based off any factual anything. And now I can't find my dadgum lighter. There it is. Okay, so to light it, there it is. It's lit. Check that out. Now that that's lit and heating up, let's talk about this thing right here. It's a creaser, okay? So, folks ask what a creaser does. Here's a wallet I'm working on right now. See those decorative lines right at the edge of my pocket lines? Those are creased lines. Those are made by this a tool exactly like this. So, what are they for? One, they really can help the finished look of like the inside of a wallet like that, or something similar. Another huge thing that I use these crease lines for is, let's say this watch band right here. How do you mark your stitch line on something like alligator? You don't want to scratch the leather. You don't want to draw on it with an ink pen. But unlike veg tan, you can't just run down it with a wing divider and make a scratch line or a stitch line, okay? So heated creasers are great for that. Now, we sell this heated creaser on our website, but I built this little doohickey right chomp, okay? So to use your creaser, you just hold it over the flame for 10-15 seconds. It doesn't have to be roaring hot, but I came up with this little doohickey so that I could just set it right there and maybe move my flame a little bit more under it, and then it could sit there and heat up while I'm doing something else, okay? And then also, once I blow the flame out, I can put this creaser right back here to cool off. Now, you don't need that bit of fanciness. You could just find you a cup that's the same height and rest your creaser on across the top of the cup and over the flame, okay? But this is what I built. I have a little wood shop that I like to do some work in, and so I built this little doohickey. Now, on to creasing. Let me show you how easy this thing is to work. Okay, so the creaser has a tall side and a short side. Okay, the tall side goes on the edge of the leather. The short side, of course, runs on the leather. Okay, and it's what's going to do the creasing. So, here I have a piece of our Matador bridle leather, and this thing's probably plenty hot, if not too hot by now, to run a crease line where you just put that long edge right at the edge of your leather, and you can go back and forth as many times as you need to get a nice hefty crease. If it's not creasing well, then maybe heat it up a little bit more. If it's burning it, then well, now you've heated it up too much, haven't you? So all that to say, it does take a little bit of practice to get your heat ratio correct and stuff like that. Oh, to extinguish it, it comes with this little cap. Booyah. It's out. Okay? So it does take a little bit of practice to get the right amount of heat and stuff like that, but it is a really cool tool. It is a really useful tool, and if you're trying to up your professionalism in your game, it could be the tool that you're missing. So that is a 6-minute tool tip about alcohol burners and creasers. I hope you have a great day.